Did you see the clip that Crooklyn from Crooklyn on Twitter put up of the owner of Bare Knuckle Boxing saying that a fighter didn't fight hard enough?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. And he was proud of it. He's like, this is the way we do it.
See if you can find her tweet.
Yeah, this is the way we do it. This is what you can expect.
Yeah, like that was ridiculous. Like, you're just gonna dock a guy's pay.
Yeah.
So he took 50% of his money
because it didn't meet. Yeah, because it didn't meet his standards.
Yeah, I
wonder when he said, "Did the crowd cheer?" That's something that to get the crowd.
I don't think so. I hope not. I'd hate to see that.
Something the crowd could cheer for.
And your attention to the president of the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Look at his,
Mr. David Feldman.
He looks like he's on coke. Look at him. Look at his evil look in his face.
Hey, you guys having fun tonight? Make some noise. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is a brand new sport and a brand new company, and we're here for action. And we want action, and we demand action from the fighters.
Demands.
We didn't get action in that last fight because Rusty Crowder wanted to run. Therefore, he's given half his purse to Reggie Barnett. Make some noise, Biloxi. This is how we do it at Bare Knuckle. You fight or you don't get paid.
That's not good. It's not good that he thinks Zombie Prophet wrote this can't be legal. See what Steffi Hayes wrote. Crooklyn MMA.
I wonder how that works. So like, okay, maybe it's in the contract.
She wrote, "What the actual fuck is this hillbilly bullshit?" Yeah, I concur. What in the actual fuck is that hillbilly bullshit?
Now, Pride they used to dock, right? The yellow card was
but a yellow card is a penalty.
Yeah, like penalty for being boring. Most of them were.
Yeah, and sometimes irresponsibly. Like I've watched some of those yellow cards. I'm like, you're crazy.
Yeah,
you're crazy. Take that back.
Yeah.
You gave that guy a yellow card. He can't fight any harder. Like,
yeah.
Or he can't engage. He's gonna get lit up. There's moments where you have to try to figure out what the fuck to do. You're on the outside. You're trying to figure out how to get in.
Right.
And you get in, and then the referee's like, "Come on, fight!" And you're like,
but in Asia, some of them. I used to work a lot at this Korean show, and they're figuring out their style. But man, when I first got there, they're like, so there's a yellow card. Any backward step, a back step, any back step, we want you to give a yellow card. And I was like,
Lyoto Machida would never make any money.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I can do with that. I don't think that's. I mean, you invited me over here for a reason. I'm just going to do what I do and hope you bring me back. But I don't know if I can do that.
You.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah. Do you ever go to a place and the commissions or a promoter will tell you, "Hey, the fights go to the ground. I want you to give it just a couple of seconds and stand them up."
I go places and people tell me what to do all the time.
Really?
And I'm not going to do it.
Because
people, at the end of the day, no one's going to know that you told me to do it. It's going to be me doing it.
100%.
So,
Thank you.
So I'm going to, I can't. Basically.
I'm so glad you just said it that way too, because that's people need to get that in their head. Because I know that sometimes people do get affected by whether they want to please a promoter or please a crowd, and they're not doing the right thing. It's such a tremendous responsibility.
Yeah, you're going to be, but you're the one who's going to be. For some of those choices, those choices that they made, they're making those choices with your name. So, yeah.
It's
like the backstep.
Kevin Johnson.
I think he's answering the guy, but this is a tweet from the Bare Knuckle FC.
Okay, Kevin Johnson. No money was taken from any fighters. That statement did exactly what was supposed. It didn't say supposed, and lit a fire under every single fighter's ass from that point on. Giving you one of the greatest fights you'll ever see. No. Those guys fought that way because that's who the fuck they are.
Right. Yeah.
That had nothing to do with that. Jason Knight and Artem Lobov fight that way.
Yeah. You can't claim credit for for Jason Knight doing what he did.
And Artem Lobov. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. They would fight that way in a fucking Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
That's how those guys would fight every time they fight. They're
Jason
animals.
Knight, both those dudes are animals. Both those dudes are so tough.
Jason Knight has my favorite nickname. Hick Diaz.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like
He's a bad motherfucker. That
Yeah,
kid.
yeah,
He's a bad motherfucker. But it was tough looking at their faces, man.
Mm-hmm.
After the fight, I was like, man, I might have to rethink my position on bare knuckle fights. Look at their faces afterwards.
yeah.
I mean, that is crazy. You know, it's a lifetime of cuts
Yeah.
all over the. I mean, look at his right under his nose. That
Yeah, his ears is
giant
gonna be
cut
swole
there.
up
Like
for a
that is
minute,
a
yeah.
crazy cut, man. He's just stitched the fuck up all over the place. That is rough, man. His whole face got lacerated. I mean, that is a lot of cuts.
Yeah.
That's more like a Muay Thai fight, and it really makes you think. But again,
That's got to be the most brutal, right?
Muay Thai? Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so. Muay Thai bare knuckle would be like, what do they call that, left way?
Uh-huh.
Where they kind of like wrap the hands up in a hand wrap.
Yeah.
It's not bare knuckle, but it's I think bare knuckle Muay Thai would be the hardest. But the thing, what my argument was always, and it still remains this, that if you're not going to pad anything else, like you're not going to pad the shins, you're not going to pad the knees or the elbows, why are you padding the knuckles? You're just giving people a false sense of security in terms of what is actually effective. We don't want to practice something that doesn't really work if you don't have gloves on, right? I mean, if every time you punch someone you don't have gloves on, your hand would break.
Right,
you would
right.
go, okay, clearly you can't punch people. It's stupid. You got to use elbows and knees, and you got to do
I see what
something
you're
else.
saying. Right.
So, in order to fight with your knuckles as much as UFC fighters do, you pad everything. You put wraps. You put padding over it. Boxing is like, it's a different world as soon as you take gloves off.
Yeah.
It's a different world. Punches get in that you can't block. It's
Yeah,
way more consequence, a lot more cuts. But at least now we know what actually works. Like,
Right. I see what you're saying. I wasn't thinking about it from that point of view. Yeah, that it's giving people are thinking that, yeah, you're right. Like people think that boxing, well, before MMA, you were thinking it was the most effective way of doing things.
Yeah.
But then when you, MMA is a whole different from the size of the boxing glove, of the techniques you can do and what you can't do and what's going to work and what's not going to work.
Yeah. It's supposed to be the sport of fighting, and you've basically brought it down to a raw form, but you're still covering the knuckles and patting the knuckles just because of perception. And see, the problem with that guy, this bare knuckle boxing guy, when he says some stupid shit like that, is that it reinforces what people don't like about combat sports, what people don't like about the idea of bare knuckle boxing, that it's brutal and it's just there for chaos and blood.
Right.
We come for action. We're here to see action. That guy's like
People think that about MMA.
Yeah.
And I don't think that MMA athletes. I think MMA athletes are the most honorable and well behaved, and not because of fear or anything, because of what the sport is.